there, and welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Ronald. If you're new here, as usual, like, share, subscribe so you never miss a bite. Today I'm on to it. Of course, as you all know, the weather is changing. It's fall, it's muggy out there, it's really wet. I don't know about you, I love winter, so I'm waiting for that time to come. Having said that, we're talking about the warm meals today. The question is, what can you make that will be warm for you when you come back maybe from raking the leaves, maybe you're coming back from skiing. What can you warm up so quickly that you can actually have? So I came up with a perfect thing for you guys. Are you ready for it? So what we're going to be doing today is a chili. A chili is something very easy you can make and also keep away. As you can see, those containers in a freezer. Take it out, warm it up, and actually have it with whatever. A toast, a biscuit, anything of that sort. Think of it as comfort food. Are you guys ready for it? Let's get started. Step number one, all you need to do is have a big pot. I'm basically going to start with some onions and then move from there. So since I've already cut up my onions, what I'm going to do is put in some olive oil. Use canola oil, butter, margarine, whatever you prefer really. It's no big deal. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have some pureed tomato in here. You can use diced as well, like which is kind of chunky. Also have some canned beans in here. A few spices. I have also ground turkey here. You could use also, let's say maybe you have leftover turkey, you know, dice that up a little bit, or maybe you want to use chicken in general, which is a diced chicken of some sort. Use that to work for you. For vegetables, I do have a mix actually of corn, carrots and peas all together. You don't have to use that. Use whatever vegetables you prefer, but I would say make sure you have some kind of a mixture in there. So as you guys all know, I always like to build a flavor profile. What does this mean? Don't rush the ingredients you put in. Give them time so they can build the flavor. So in this case, your onions, let them start to sweat a little bit, caramelize perhaps if you can. That way it builds a good flavor for you. So since our onions now are caramelized, basically more like sweated really, so I'm gonna put in our turkey. So it's important to note, by the way, when you put in your meat, or maybe in this case the ground beef or pork, chicken, whatever, just make sure to keep going at it so that does not make that big chunks, but becomes nice, you know, and all broken down. I also suggest you rinse off your beans if it happens to be canned beans in this case. And again, the good news about using stuff like this, it makes the process a lot faster for you, so you don't have to really cook your own beans. So as you can see, the turkey is pretty much ready here. It's all broken down. Now put in our beans. At this point, everything can go in honestly. So there's your tomato. Rinse it with water and also finish it up in there again. Whatever vegetables you've chosen. And by the way, these don't have to be fresh. Frozen is okay, because again, it's gonna be cheaper for you. I mean, look at that. It's already combining up right now. The whole mix right here. And the next step right now, the very important step, by the way, is flavor. Okay, because that will make a difference between having a blur and an amazing dish. So now I have some garlic plus here, roast garlic pepper, onion powder, salt. I'll use some parsley since I have it. Well, Montreal spice, why not? A touch of black pepper, a little bit of water. Now it's very important that you put in something sweet, perhaps a little honey, brown sugar, something like that. Why? Because of the acidity of the tomatoes that you're putting in. You need to cut that up a little bit. And how do you do that? By putting in just a dash of sugar. You don't have to put that much. So since I'm making too much, I'm going to put in about a tablespoon. Okay, so now the other very important step is here. Like I said at the beginning when I was working on my onions, try to sweat them or caramelize them. What people forget about, or what people do, is rushing the food or rushing the process. you need to give your food time to cook. So in this case for the chili, it needs a lot of time. Why? Because the turkey or the vegetables, the spices, once you put them in, they don't magically spice things up and just work right away. Remember, the dry spices, so which means they need to get the water, the juices, the heat in order to open up to actually flavor your food, whatever you may be cooking. So now, between that, it will basically change it from what you see right now and to what you see exactly. So it gotta be a big difference when you give it time, because you're not only looking at tomatoes, but you're actually looking up now at chili. All I say right now, let's check on it in about maybe 30 to 40 minutes and see what it looks like. And for the moment we've been waiting for, as I promised you guys, once you give it time, as I said, between give and take 30 to 40 minutes or so, it will basically be that much amazing. It will be tasteful, the color will turn slightly darkish, meaning all the ingredients have been combined properly as well. Okay, so it's definitely a difference, right, between the beginning and now. So yeah, basically that's what you're looking for at this point right now. I just want to test it. That's pretty good actually. By the way, if you like to also have a recipe for like tea biscuits, my wife actually also has a YouTube channel. It's called Respect is Growing. She did those, as you can see that picture right there, so you can actually go to her YouTube channel and check that out as well. Let me know what you think about it. And also I typically do a word of the day here, so the word of the day today is going to be warmth, since it's all right now cold and fall and all that. In my language, when you say warm or warmth, we say bugumo. Bugumo means that's warm. That means that you're hot or you're warm. Let me know what you think about this chili right here. Give me a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Bye now.